All right, so this is probably one of the most creepiest instances that have ever happened to me ever in my entire life. And I did this on purpose. I did this on purpose. I was planning on telling this story years later because I couldn't dare to tell anybody. I couldn't tell a soul the day that it happened. Now, before you get into the story time, I'm going to have to ask you to never mind. Never mind. Anyways, I was 12 years old and I was in the 7th grade and it was 2014. Everybody in my city knew about this. There's this thing going around when there was a whole bunch of niggas going around in vans and kidnapping a whole bunch of kids and all that. And I really didn't know if it was worldwide or anything. I just knew for sure it was in my city because you know when you're in class, if you're in middle school or elementary or even high school, whatever, if there's something important going on outside of the school or around the neighborhood, they talk it on that intercom thing under the clock. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So usually when things like that happen, it's like a level 1, 2, or 3 or something like that. This was a level. This is a level 3. I was sitting in my 9th period. Yes, I know most schools have 8 periods, but apparently my school like boys. But my principal came on the intercom and basically told everybody, you know how principals get on the intercom. They state their name and basically tell you to suck their Joseph when you see them in the hallway. But yeah, he told us to walk with friends today and for the rest of the month because, well, until this whole entire thing calmed down, because it was on the news that the people in my neighborhood, there was people going around snatching niggas in vans. I'm not gonna lie, the entire class just started cracking up. We all thought it was a joke. Like, are you serious right now? You just got your cheeks snatched in broad daylight in front of a school building, and it's like 3:00 p.m. and everybody can see you, and you still got kidnapped. Like you're lame. But yeah, even if we didn't think it was a joke, we all walk with a group anyway, so we didn't really have anything to worry about. It was like 5 of us. Like, are you no? You're not gonna get us. No. But never judge a book by its cover, because you know why? I was the only real nigga in that group. You know why I'm saying that? Because I was the only one out of all 5 of us to not call my mom and tell her to pick me up. If I would have known this before the bell rung, then I probably would have called my mom too. But no. We wanted to walk as a group, and they just wanted to go one by one. And then there was 4, and then there was 3, 2, and then there was me. So I was the only nigga left, and it was bright outside, so I knew if somebody tried something, I could literally, and I lived in a residential neighborhood, so if somebody tried something, I could literally just run up to somebody's door and bang on their door and tell them to let me in. They're probably not gonna let me in because I'm a little black boy, but you know, black people get when they have that little ancestry instinct to run very fast. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not gonna say too much, but massa, please don't give me the whip, you know what I mean? But to get to my house, of course, there's this alleyway that you have to, I mean, you could go the other way, but you know, I'm lazy. Okay, I do the bare minimum. To pass, I could get all D minuses and still be proud of myself. But as I was approaching the alleyway, I felt like someone was following me or something like that. And I turned around, of course, just like in the movies, nothing was there. The hairs on my neck began to stand, and I already knew something was probably about to happen because I'm black. Everything happens to black people. So eventually I decided to stop being Mr. Macho Man and grab my phone and attempt to dial my mom's number and come and pick me up, because I was only like 6 or 7 minutes away from my crib. You can literally just do a cartwheel and snatch me and do another cartwheel and be back in the house. I always had an Android my entire life, and you know, I found an iPhone 3GS and I thought, hey, anything's better than an Android, so that's what I had. I didn't even have a front-facing camera. I couldn't even put a wallpaper. So yeah, as soon as I turned on my phone, my battery died, of course, and I was left by myself, and I had no ways to contact anybody other than yelling to the top of my lungs if someone wants to snatch my chinks. Anyways, this car stopped next to me, and luckily it wasn't a van. It was this weird, like, 99 Corolla or something. It was like a really small car, and it was dirty. It was disgusting. He had trash literally piled to the top of his roof in his car, to his sunroof in the back, and it was just disgusting. He rolled down his window, and I just got a whiff of just failure and despair and disappointment. It just hit me, just punched me dead in my face. So the guy pulled up next to me, and that's when he rolled down his window, and I got a whiff of that. And his beard was just disgusting, and he had a toboggan on with holes in it, and his eyes just had bags under them like he hasn't slept in weeks. But other than that, in the extremely large, big black bags in the back of his car, everything was all right. He seemed like a chill little, like, I mean, not little, he's a grown man. He was like in his like mid-50s, but guy. Most kids back then would listen to their parents, and you know, they would obey what they say, and If they told them not to talk to strangers, then they wouldn't talk to strangers. But I was just one of those kids that wanted to bend the rules a little bit. So I chose to talk to strangers. I wanted to do the complete opposite just to piss everyone off. Plus, he was staring at me. Like, he rolled down the window and didn't say a single word. He didn't say anything. So why not ask him why you're staring at me? You know what I mean? So I turned around and I was like, hey, I started trolling the dude. I was like, hey, did you get your daily fix today? Like, he just kept staring. He didn't say anything. I was like, okay, well, have a nice day, sir.
Do you need a ride, little boy? You look a little tired.
His voice was so abnormally deep. It was disgusting. But despite his voice sounding like his balls were 97 feet long, I decided to get into his car because if you could drive, I know that doesn't make any sense. I know. But if you drove like 5 minutes down the road, you didn't have to make any lefts or rights or any U-turns or none of that. If you could just drive straight, if you decided to pull anything, I could just jump out the car, because if you could just drive straight for a few minutes, I could jump out the whip and be at my house. But I got into the car and there weren't any door handles. At that point, I realized that I was stuck and there was nothing that I could do. I was just hoping to God that the dude didn't start touching me or anything, or grab me or give me something to drink to make me go to sleep. I just hoped that he was seriously going to take me home. Now, a part of the reason why I got into the car as well was one, yes, because I thought that I could jump out the door when he passed my house. And two, I was dumb enough to think, oh, the principal on the intercom said before the school bell rung that it was vans. It was white and black vans. He didn't say anything about 99 Corollas, so I must be in the bag. To my surprise, nothing happened. He took me home, I got out the car, and I went inside the house and went to school the next day. Now listen, I already know what you're thinking. Saya, what was the point in saying all that? You just wasted about 6.5 minutes of my time. No, listen. The point in me saying all that was because I'm not done. Let me finish, all right? Now, his thing was that he was going to make this a regular thing so he could eventually kidnap me and try to snatch my cheeks. It almost worked because he took me home a couple of times. It was like a few trips because I knew after the first time, well, that's what I thought. You know, my little 12-year-old brain, my brain's not done developing yet, but I thought that this was just free rides home. I don't got to walk with them. I don't got to walk with them lames home every day anymore. And because, look, dude, the walk from my school to home was like 20 something minutes. No one feels like doing that. I'm a skinny dude. My legs are skinny. Every time I walk, it feels like my legs are going to break in half. No one wants to do that. So I thought he was a free ride home, and I thought I just once again had it in the bag. So after like 3 trips, you know, I started getting chill with the dude. I was expecting him to be in that exact same place that I seen him at the first time when he creeped me out, and I thought he was gonna snatch me up in his car and give me a roofie until I fell asleep, and he was gonna do things while I'm unconscious. But no, none of that happened at first. So yeah, I got chill with the dude. I never told any of my parents that. I had to, you know, quiet down because I was still living in my mom's house. But yeah, around the 4th or 5th time, it was the last time that it happened. I forgot what number it was, but we didn't go to my house. We actually passed my house. I looked at him and I asked, like, hey, yo, what are you doing? We just passed my house. Like, are you high on bath salts or something? How did you not
Silence.
see that?
You ain't going home today. You got a new home now.
Oh my. You can't be
I said
serious.
silence!
We stopped at a gas station. Remember when I said in the beginning of the story when I said that he didn't have any door handles? Yeah, that still existed, and all of his windows were up, so I had no way to get out the car. And of course, the gas station was dead that day, and no one was there to see me banging on the window for help. But for some reason, this dude was dumb enough to forget to tie me up, and his Corolla was the older model. I think it was like a 98 or 97 or something, but one of the models in the 90s that had the sunroof. He had a sunroof, and he didn't tie me up, and there was a button to open the sunroof, so I got up scoots. If you remember what I said earlier, black people, they have something in their blood that makes them run really fast. Like I said, I don't want to say too much, you know, massa don't give me the whip. But I ran faster than a roach getting sprayed with Raid. I never saw that dude again, nor did I report it to the police. And I know that sounds stupid, but listen, it's all about being black people. If you're black and you have if you have black parents, it doesn't matter if you're about to get kidnapped or not. if you didn't follow the directions. Even if you come in the house and you're dripping blood, they're gonna be like, told you so. So imagine me telling my black mom that I got into a car with a stranger. I'm probably gonna be grounded for 3 weeks and she's probably gonna take my PlayStation. Do you care that your son almost just got kidnapped and you probably weren't gonna see me for the rest of your life if you didn't have a sunroof? No, you don't. Do you care that I didn't follow your directions and I should have listened to you in the first place? Yeah, that's the only thing that you care about. But anyways, that is the end of the story. Guy that had me in your car while you were in the gas station and you forgot that you had a sunroof because you were probably high on LSD or something. If you're watching this video right now, add me on PlayStation. My PSN is sincerely Saya_. I'm trying to clap you in Call of Duty. You know, we're just going to forget about the past. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, make sure you comment the number 138. And if you want more story times, let me know down in the comment section below. Okay, leave.